Good evening, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerOptions.com, and in tonight's free video I wanted to look at 3 places that I think we've got fresh opportunities to be buying. Now, of course, the market kind of sold off into the end of the day today, but as I'm looking at this and considering the overall trend, I consider the bull market to still be well intact. Especially as long as the Qs are still holding the 8-day exponential. Granted, we have made some extensions, but at the moment the trend is still intact, and I'm trying to find the best in breed to buy, and a couple of places where I'm going to be trying to do that, one of which is Celgene. Now, I've been trying to work Celgene into 140 ever since we started getting it back here prior to earnings. Is the setup still intact? Well, not only was that setup intact with the squeeze that you saw back here, but we have another to start looking at. So I still think those overhead targets are viable, and I think the pullback to the 21 is an area that should be bought until it stops working. Another place to look at a very similar concept is Alibaba. So all I can do is look at these stocks and think that any type of a pullback in this is going to offer you opportunity. Now, of course, it may be a little tricky to time these into earnings, which is why I try to position size in a way that I will allow myself to scale into it as it comes down, with the idea of it turning back up prior to the report. So those are 2 that I think you can buy, and then one more to kind of just mix things up a little bit in CTRL. It makes sense to kind of vary your exposure among couple different sectors, and I think this is another place to just look at the exact same type of concept. We're looking at squeezes, we're looking at consolidation near moving averages, and then the run that precedes that. As this stock has started to catch a little more momentum, those have been a little bit better swings, and we've got a reason to start looking for the exact same thing based off that most recent daily signal. So I hope that helps, gives you a couple places to consider on this most recent pullback, and we'll see how that can play out into the end of the week.